Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 13th of April 2023. Let's start with our session. The Draft National Curriculum Framework for School Education provides framework for the children of which age group? So this Draft National Curriculum Framework for School Education provides the framework for educational curriculum for the children aged between 3 to 18 years. And the pre-draft of this framework was released recently, and Ministry of Education invites suggestions and public opinion. Fine. So here correct answer would be 3 to 18 years. Now, which union ministry has recently notified the amendments to the IT rules 2021? Very obvious answer, Ministry of Electronics and IT. So these rules seek to create an open, safe, trusted and accountable internet. And it seeks to enforce greater due diligence by online gaming and social media intermediaries. Fine. So your correct answer would be Ministry of Electronics and IT. Next is JUICE mission, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which space agency? First of all, what is the full form of JUICE? It is Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer mission. Okay. And this mission is scheduled to be launched on 13th of April, that means today, this year, and it will explore Jupiter and its satellites named as Callisto, Ganymede and Europa. Okay. So this spacecraft will launch from Europe's spaceport in French Guiana to the biggest planet in the solar system, that is Jupiter. So this JUICE mission will actually monitor the Jupiter's complex magnetic, radiation and plasma environment in depth, and also its interplay with the moons. Fine. So JUICE mission is associated with European Space Agency, and the full form of JUICE is Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer mission. You can also be asked that JUICE mission is associated with which planet? So answer would be Jupiter. Now, as per the Indian Space Policy 2023, which institution focuses on research and development of space technologies? So this Indian Space Policy was approved recently by the Union Cabinet, and it seeks to streamline the process of private participation in the Indian space sector. Okay. So this policy will actually see ISRO focusing on research and development of advanced space technologies, and that's why it puts its responsibility to ISRO, then New Space India Limited, which is a space sector PSU, and Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. Fine. So which institution focuses on research and development of space technology? Answer would be ISRO. Now yesterday we have talked about the Gaia mission, and with which space agency it is related to? So answer would be European Space Agency. So the aim of Gaia mission is to understand the formation of Milky Way and its present nature, right? Next है, which state is associated with the Electronic Knowledge Network? So the RailTel Corporation of India Limited recently bagged an order worth 76.10 crore rupees from Bihar State Electronics Development Corporation. Why? To implement and manage this electronic knowledge network, means 100 megabytes per second internet connectivity with Wi-Fi system and smart classes, and this project will be implemented in the academic and administrative buildings of the government engineering colleges and polytechnic institutes within the state. Fine. So Bihar state is related to electronic knowledge network. Now, which state is the first in India to have 100% electrified railway link? This is Haryana. Okay. Haryana is the first state in the country to have 100% electrified railway link. Now recently Kerala has secured the highest number of GI tags for the products among all the states in India in financial year 23. Means in this time period, Kerala state has got the most number of GI tags. Fine. Now recently a product from the Union Territory of Ladakh has got the GI tag, and yesterday we have talked about it. You have to tell me what is that particular product. Next is Hikikomori is a phenomena of living in isolation prevalently found in which country? So in the country Japan, around 1.5 million working age people are living in isolation, which is a phenomena known as Hikikomori. So due to the phenomena, they avoid social contact, further raising worries about their mental health and social well-being. So according to the survey, COVID-19 pandemic has been linked to about 1/5 of the specific incidents, with the most common reason being quitting the jobs. Fine. So this is a phenomena which is most common in the country Japan. Now can you tell me the hay fever is associated with which particular country? So this is Japan's fever, and it is the seasonal allergic reaction caused due to the large quantities of pollen from trees during the springtime. And Prime Minister of Japan is Fumio Kishida. Recently he made commitment to combat this health issue, and it is a significant health issue in Japan during the spring months, and it affects millions of people each year. Fine. So you can be asked that hay fever is related to which particular country. Answer would be Japan. Now also recently, France and China have signed several economic agreements that involve major companies in the sectors such as transport, energy, agriculture, culture and science, and it was signed during the President Emmanuel Macron's trip to China. So one of the deals will create a new assembly line in the French aircraft manufacturer Airbus Tianjin factory, so that the company can double its production capacity of A320 models. Okay. So you can be asked that which country signed several economic agreements in energy, agriculture, among other sectors with China. So this country is France. Okay. Next is, as per the Global Energy Monitor's 9th annual survey, which country accounted for the highest coal capacity as of 2023? So as per the report released by US-based Global Energy Monitor, the operating coal fleet grew by 19.5 gigawatt in 2022 globally. And as per the report, the war between Russia and Ukraine resulted in the slowdown of the coal retirements, and China accounted for 59% of the new coal capacity, while Bangladesh ranked the 9th among the rest of the countries after India, Pakistan, Vietnam, Indonesia, etc. Fine. So which country accounted for the highest coal capacity as of 2023? This country is China. Now if we talk about few important ranks and indices, there is this India Justice report. Okay, and this report has been topped by Karnataka among 18 larger states. Then at second there was Tamil Nadu, and third was Telangana. Okay. Now according to the Airports Council International World, the Indira Gandhi International Airport, which is in Delhi, is the 9th busiest airport in the world. We are talking about 2022. And which airport was at the first position? This is Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta Airport. Fine. So in this ranking, Indira Gandhi International Airport was at the 9th position. Next is, Dibang Wildlife Sanctuary is situated in which state or the Union Territory? First of all, this sanctuary lies in Arunachal Pradesh state, and let's see why it is in news these days. Actually, Idu Mishmi is a sub-tribe of the larger Mishmi group in the Arunachal Pradesh and in Tibet. So Idu-Mishmi people are currently opposing the proposal of National Tiger Conservation Authority to notify the Dibang Wildlife Sanctuary in Arunachal Pradesh as a tiger reserve because of concerns regarding access to the forest. Fine. So that's why this wildlife sanctuary was in news, and it lies in Arunachal Pradesh. Talking about few important wildlife sanctuaries along with their location. First is the Bhadra Wildlife Sanctuary. It lies in Karnataka state. Next is Bharatpur Wildlife Sanctuary. It lies in Rajasthan. Third is Govinda Wildlife Sanctuary. It lies in Uttarakhand state. Next is Madumalai. It lies in Tamil Nadu. And one last is Dandeli. It lies in Karnataka state. Right. Next is, which institution developed the 3D printed Dhawan 2 engine? So the 3D printed Dhawan 2 engine was developed by Telangana-based private space vehicle company Skyroot Aerospace. And recently it was test fired for a duration of record 200 seconds. So now Skyroot Aerospace plans to carry out its first orbital flight by the end of 2023 because the updated Vikram 2 rocket is scheduled to become launch ready by 2024. Okay. Now a few days back we have seen that INS Sujata visited to the country Mozambique. Why? To improve the bilateral relations and the mutual cooperation between the two navies. So you can be asked that which Indian Navy ship recently visited to Mozambique country? This is INS Sujata. And which Indian Navy ship got the President's Color Award this year? So this is INS Dronacharya. Okay. Next is, when is the National Maritime Day celebrated in India? So this day is celebrated on 5th of April across the country to commemorate the sailing of the first Indian commercial vessel SS Loyalty. Okay. So this ship sailed from Mumbai to London. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the Maritime India Vision 2030 in November 2020 at the Maritime India Summit. So this is a 10-year long blueprint for the development of the Indian maritime sector. Fine. So when do we observe the National Maritime Day? Answer is 5th of April. Now if we talk about few important days and themes. First is International Day of Mathematics, or you can say the Pi Day. It is observed every year on 14th of March, and this year the theme is Maths for Everyone. Okay. Then World Sleep Day is observed every year on 17th of March, and this year the theme is Sleep is Essential for Health. Okay. Now World Theatre Day is celebrated every year on 27th of March, and this year the theme is Theatre and Culture of Peace. Fine. Now next is, who is the head of the Finance Ministry Committee set up to review the pension system for government employees? So Union Finance Ministry notified the formation of a committee to review the pension system for the government employees. And the 4-member committee is headed by Finance Secretary TV Somanathan. Also, it will have Secretary in Department of Personnel and Training, Special Secretary, Department of Expenditure, Chairman of PFRDA as its members. These would be the members of this particular committee. So who will head this committee? Answer would be TV Somanathan. Now talking about the recent appointments, the Suzuki Motorcycle India has appointed Kenichi Umeda as its MD. Right? Then Hero Motocorp Board has recently appointed Mr. Niranjan Gupta as its CEO. Okay. Now who is the new MD and CEO of CLAT? This is Mr. Arnab Banerjee. Fine. Next is UAE signed declaration with which country to begin talks on comprehensive economic partnership agreement. So UAE and Vietnam have signed a joint declaration of intent to launch talks on establishing a comprehensive economic partnership agreement between the two countries. Also, UAE is Vietnam's largest trade partner in the Arab countries, and it accounts for 39% of its total trade. And the volume of non-oil trade between the two countries reached to $8 billion in 2022. Fine. So UAE has signed this declaration with Vietnam country to begin talks on comprehensive economic partnership agreement. Now last question is, Cabinet approves LIGO-India gravitational wave detector to be built in which Indian state? So Indian government has approved a project to build an advanced gravitational wave detector in Maharashtra state at an estimated cost of 2,600 crore rupees. Actually, in the US, already there are 2 such LIGO observatories, and the third such cutting-edge gravitational wave observatory will be this LIGO-India, and this facility is expected to be completed by 2030. Fine. So this LIGO-India gravitational wave detector is to be built in the state of Maharashtra. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with our revision session, in which we are doing the current affairs revision for the month of February. And this is part 13 in this series. So we'll cover the question from 181 up to 195. Let's start. What is the maximum limit of instant transactions made using UPI Lite wallet? So Paytm Payments Bank Limited has enabled the UPI Lite, which is a feature that has been designed by the National Payments Corporation of India. And a UPI Lite wallet allows a user to do instant transaction of up to 200 rupees, and a maximum of 2000 rupees can be added twice in a day to UPI Lite, making the cumulative daily usage of 4000 rupees. Right? What is the rank of India in the OECD Services Trade Restrictiveness Index? So India has been ranked at 47th position in this ranking, and the index includes sectors like, for example, air transport, road freight cover, and the government regulation. India signed Memorandum of Understanding on visa exemption for the holders of diplomatic and official passport. Answer would be Fiji. So India has signed this MOU with Fiji, and under this agreement, diplomatic and official passport holders will be able to enter, transit and stay in each other territories without a visa for a period not exceeding 90 days. Which country has reaffirmed Arunachal Pradesh as an integral part of India? This is USA. So that's why the resolution of US commends India for taking a step to defend itself against aggression and security threats from China. Kuno National Park, which was seen in the news recently, lies in which Indian state? This is a wildlife sanctuary and national park that lies in Madhya Pradesh. And as a part of cheetah reintroduction project, 12 more cheetahs were released into this national park, and now the total number of cheetahs here are 20. Which state or the union territory is expected to be the most climate vulnerable region in India as per a recent report? This is Bihar. So the economies of India, China and the US will witness the worst impact of the climate change, and Bihar is expected to be the most climate vulnerable region in India by 2050. Which city is the host of the first ever G20 Culture Working Group meeting? Answer would be Khajuraho, Madhya Pradesh. What is the expansion of ecDNA, which are recently found by the scientists as helping agents for cancer to spread? The full form is extra chromosomal DNA. Okay. Which institution released the Global Security Outlook Report 2023? This report is released by the World Economic Forum, and it warned that the cyber attacks are expected to cause an unprecedented threat in the coming 2 years. And also the report predicts catastrophic cyber events mainly due to the present geopolitical instability. The term crimes against humanity is officially defined in which law? Answer would be Rome Law. Why this term was in news? Because in a recent security conference, US Vice President Kamala Harris says that Russia has committed crimes against humanity in the country Ukraine. Next is, which act governs a civil marriage where the state sanctions the marriage rather than religion? This is Special Marriage Act of 1954. So it was to govern the civil marriages that are sanctioned by the state instead of the religion, and it is designed to enable interfaith or intercaste marriages without the couple giving up their individual religion identities. Fine. Basically, this law applies to people of all faith, including Muslim, Hindus, Sikh, Christian, Jain, and Buddhist. Aircraft feathered position has been revealed as the human error in the airplane crash occurred in which country? This is Nepal. So we have talked about the Yeti Airlines crash, and recently the report has revealed that the plane's propellers were found in an unusual feathered position. Basically, what is this feathering? Feathering is a part of the checklist that needs to be followed when faced with emergencies such as forced landing. Mehrauli Archaeological Park is a heritage area located in which state or the Union Territory? So this park is an archaeological area in Mehrauli, which is one of the 7 medieval sites that constitute present-day Delhi. Lavani folk art is a traditional dance form famous in which state or the Union Territory? Answer is Maharashtra. As per a recent report, fossil fuel related items contributed to what % of India's annual inflation rate? So according to this report, fossil fuel related items like transport and household energy contributed to 20% of India's annual rate of inflation between April and May 2022. Fine. So here correct answer would be 20. So they have contributed to 20% of India's annual rate inflation. So these are the next 15 questions from the month of February, and tomorrow we'll take it ahead from 196 up to question number 210. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenuz Hadsana signing off.